We have breaking news from Georgia as incompetence has now led to a judge being arrested over there. Now, this has a lot of people questioning the situation with District Attorney Fani Willis and Judge Glanville, as they too are being questioned about their decisions. And, while their day may come, it's already come here for Judge Christina Peterson, who some have already defined as being a bully. Now, videos of her arrest have now become viral as critics are saying that this should have been done a long time ago. And it's not surprising that her arrest was actually made in a nightclub where Peterson was said to have attacked a police officer for doing their job. Now, Peterson is the Douglas County probate judge who was elected back in November 2020 in an uncontested election. Although questions about her inability to do her job were raised early and often, as a lot of people felt as if she was misusing her power to throw her weight around. But just a few weeks ago, before this recent arrest here, a report came out about the judge where she was criticized for her incompetence and that she didn't deserve her position. Check this out.
An extraordinary development tonight in the long-running investigation into Douglas County Judge Christina Peterson.
In a rare move, a hearing panel decided Peterson is guilty of, quote, systemic incompetence and should not remain in office. Fox 5 team reporter Randy Travis explains.
Did you want to take a break?
Christina Peterson did not do herself any favors during 7 days of hearings beginning last September. The JQC hearing panel's report criticized her for not taking any responsibility for the 30 counts of judicial misconduct lodged against her.
I just don't have a memories of my dad. I don't know who he is.
The most troubling, wrote the panel, Peterson's decision to jail this woman for trying to amend her marriage certificate to include the real name of her recently discovered father.
Did you go to this hearing with any idea that you may be going to jail?
No.
PJ Skelton served 2 days of a 20-day jail sentence for contempt before her husband could pay a $500 fine. Such a hasty and shockingly disproportionate reaction is the hallmark of Peterson's intemperance, wrote the panel. The report criticized Peterson's attempt at this meeting to get her HOA board to settle a lawsuit she had filed, even though she knew the HOA was represented by an attorney. Peterson's attempts to avoid responsibility for these clear violations bordered on the farcical, severely eroding her credibility with the hearing panel.
You cannot go in this building, and eventually she went in.
The sheriff's office said Peterson ignored their orders and held a wedding after hours, allowing people inside without deputies present. She once hit a panic button when a deputy was late escorting her to court, causing a temporary panic among security. And when county staff criticized her actions, it quickly triggers allegations of obstructionism or even racism.
A woman in power who uses the race card when people criticize her? Now, guys, where have we seen this story happen before, right? And I think it's pretty clear that she's drunk with power because she feels as if she can pretty much do anything without any kind of fear of issues that could come up after said actions. And, you should have seen how she cried in court, tears coming down, as she said that she was the first African-American female Democratic judge there and that no one celebrated or congratulated her for getting her position. Aww. I almost wish I had a violin so I could play it right now because I'm just, my heart bleeds for her. But in all honesty, guys, which again, this kind of reminds us of what Fani Willis has used as an excuse time and time again. When no one has questioned these women about the color of her skin, it's always been focused on, the focus has really always been on their inability to do their jobs right, or at least to do so without bias or complete disregard of the Constitution. Now, just remember the report about Peterson sending a woman to jail just for trying to amend her marriage certificate. Where did the contempt come from in that case? Which shows you the corruption within the justice system, guys. Because did you know that the $500 fine that this couple paid went to Peterson? She allegedly pocketed that in cash. Allegedly. She also tried to kind of play the game by saying that she's just a rookie judge, she's brand new, but that doesn't cut it either. Just because you're a rookie judge doesn't give you the right to be able to kind of break the law and not follow the Constitution, because she's been hitting people with these fines and collecting money as if it was nobody's business, allegedly. And to be frank, guys, many critics say that this is out of line. It's completely out of line, and that she's just fining people so that she can make a quick buck. In fact, Peterson is one of the highest paid judges in the state of Georgia, despite her argument that she's a rookie. Unbelievable here, guys. Now, getting to this arrest in a nightclub. Peterson, she went on Instagram to try and defend herself. She says that the arrest was a setup and that she was just trying to help a woman who was being attacked by a group of men. It was in this scuffle that she accidentally hit a police officer right in the head. Now, the police say that the judge appeared to be under the influence and that she refused to identify herself when she was asked by local police. Now, if we look at the body cam footage, which has been released, and well, many people say that Peterson was visibly irate at the sight of the police officers, which kind of makes you wonder, did the police officers choose to handcuff the woman over the men outside of this club? Because Peterson is arguing that she was helping a woman who was being attacked by men. So why then would they be in handcuffs if they were the ones that were in the right? You understand where I'm coming from? Like, something just does not make sense here. And why did she say that the police officers should just Google her name instead of giving her name to the police officers? And even if the police officer said, okay, sure, I'll Google your name, what are they going to type in? You know what I mean? Like, Google doesn't read your mind. Anyway, none of this makes any sense. And this was actually heard in the body cam footage, guys. Now, the judge, they're now calling on District Attorney Fani Willis to personally take up her case. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. I mean, I can only imagine where this is going to go from here, right? They want Fani Willis to investigate this and have all charges dismissed. Dismissed! In spite of all the body cam footage that the police officers have, the police officer's word, all of the witnesses that were in the nightclub that day, they want Fani Willis to investigate this and have all charges dismissed because Judge Peterson says she didn't do anything wrong. Okay, please let me know what y'all think on that. By the way, if you haven't already, take a second, hit the like button for the video and consider subscribing to the channel. I totally appreciate you guys. Now, many others have said that the trial should play out in court and that just because she's a judge, she shouldn't just get a free pass. This isn't Monopoly. You can't just go to community chest and drop that card down. Now, if a former president can be held in court for bookkeeping issues and threatened with jail time, it should be fair that a judge attend her own trial for allegedly attacking a police officer, right? Now, I got a feeling that we haven't seen the full clip from the other police officers who responded to the situation. Heck, it could be way worse than what we've already seen. But many people are now saying that it's pretty clear that she put her hands on one of the police officers and seemingly punched them with a closed fist. And as if that wasn't bad enough, the Georgia Supreme Court just recently ruled that Judge Christina Peterson should be removed from the bench, possibly even disbarred. Not only that, but she's now not eligible to be elected or even appointed to any judicial office in Georgia for the next 7 years. Man, this punishment is worse than bankruptcy. Now, this isn't the news that she was looking forward to, as this is actually her last year in office. In fact, she lost her bid for re-election so that, basically this might actually also be the last time she gets to even hear about Judge Peterson. Now, it took almost 4 years for her to face the music, something that many critics of Fani Willis are now looking forward to, as they're saying that she should be next in line for removal, maybe even being disbarred. But what do y'all think? Is the judicial system in Georgia just completely flawed? Like, what is going on in Georgia? Maybe there's something in the water. I don't know. But the question now is, should changes be made to those who are in office? The question is also being raised with Judge Glanville, as there are those that are arguing that he is biased and that he's working with Fani Willis's team in the YSL RICO trial. Now, guys, I did a previous video where I talk about the possibility of this judge being removed from the case as well, especially the fact that, he had secret meetings, ex parte meetings with the DA's office. Man, make sure you guys check out that video right after this one. I'll leave a link to it in the description down below this video. But as always, I really appreciate you guys hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, sharing this video, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Take care.